and his loyal fan base. Junior is with us now out there at Martinsville. Hey, man, it is so good to see you, so good to have you on the show. And we're racing under the lights, right? This is something that you've never done at Martinsville. And I did hear you say this week on an interview that it's just a different energy at night. So what's the energy like there for you right now?
Oh, it's great right down here on pit road. There's a lot of folks moving in, and you can tell that the excitement's sort of building for the start of this race. The campgrounds are full. It was a near sellout for tomorrow, so there's a lot of folks here excited about what's happening in Martinsville. It's a fun racetrack, but it's also a great racetrack for a fan to see a race. There's action everywhere, and you don't have to look far to find it.
Dale, I've had so much fun this week on social media watching some of the posts. I saw you making engine noises inside your car, which I thought was pretty interesting. But you've chosen some different tracks over the past 3 or 4 years to run at. Martinsville this year. Why this track?
Hellman's has been my partner that's sort of supported these races each year, and they want to work in the Southeast. I really had to twist their arm to get me a race down in Homestead. That was a little further south than they wanted to market. So they try to market in the Southeast. They'll go as far west, I guess, as Texas. But it really limits the racetracks that I can choose and run at. So I love short track racing. I love Richmond. I also love Martinsville, but the Xfinity Series wasn't coming to Martinsville until the last couple of years. So also, the Xfinity Series, when they race Martinsville, was typically the second race of the year in the playoffs. I really don't want to get in the middle of all that going on and maybe possibly make a mistake or ruin somebody's chance to move forward in the playoffs. So finally we got an early Martinsville race, and I tried to get this one on the calendar, and we did.
So maybe you can put some of that Hellman's mayonnaise on one of those Martinsville hot dogs.
Oh,
I don't know about that.
So Dale, to your point, this is your first time to race in the Xfinity Series at Martinsville, but you have 35 starts there in the Cup Series, and you finally got that win there in 2014. I know you were excited when you won those 2 Daytona 500s, but Dale, your excitement level when you won at Martinsville, it was off the chart. I know the fans would love to see you jumping up and down again on that stage tonight.
Yeah, that clock is just so special. These racetracks, you know, they if they really want to get a driver excited and really create some interest in winning races at their track, they got to make those trophies unique, and there's not many that are more unique than the clock here at Martinsville. And you can't buy it anywhere. The only way to get it is to get that win. And I grew up in a house that were many clocks, many grandfather clocks in that house. And so I wanted one for my own. You know, I felt the same way about the Bristol Trophy. For half my life, that Bristol Trophy was taller than I was. And so I wanted one of them big old things. But it's just a great racetrack, like I said, fun to race on. Short track racing really, you know, kind of speaks to our roots a little bit and where we came from. This place has been around a long, long time, and it's just a special place to win at.
You, since retiring from full-time Cup racing, you've obviously dabbled in the Xfinity Series, and that's tough. I don't think people appreciate how hard it is to just come in and run a race or two a year. Very hard to do, but you've had some great success. 3 top 5s in your last 4 races, but you got your work cut out for you tonight. Qualifying didn't go as well as you expected. You're going to start 30th. What do you think about your car? What are your expectations for tonight?
Well, a car was a little bit tight in practice, and in qualifying, I slid to left front, which tells me I got too much wedge in the car, and the car was tight on throttle in that final lap of qualifying. So we might need to work on the balance. I'm not sure what to expect, because as this track gets cooler and we get later in the evening, you tend to think that you're going to gain some front grip and gain some turn. So we really weren't messing with it too much. We didn't really have enough practice to screw it up too bad. But I will tell you that it highlights how good these guys are in this series, and they're so tuned to do this week in and week out, and it's hard to come in here once a year and try to compete with them. They're going to they're going to whoop you, and there's a lot of them that did in qualifying. So I thought I could come in here every year, once a year, and be competitive. I'm learning that that's going to be harder than I thought.
So Dale, Junior Motorsports, quite a start to 2022. Noah gets the win, 12 combined top 5s. All 4 of them are in the top 6 in points. But I saw you yesterday. You had them gathered like a proud papa, all your kids on pit road yesterday before qualifying.
Yeah, they don't listen to me very much, but that was a moment where they weren't listening to me. So I was taking advantage of that. I was just telling them everything that I screwed up in qualifying and just making them aware of some of the things out there going on the racetrack. But we really thrilled about this year. We got 4 great race cars, 4 solid race car drivers. All of them are on a different path or in different parts of their lives and their careers, which is really, really unique. So it's fun. You don't have to, you kind of work on different things with each driver, and you kind of support and lift each driver up differently because they require different type of motivation. So it's pretty fun. I love being in the series as an owner. We have a great time in the Xfinity Series, and we love winning races, but we also love seeing our employees succeed and all our drivers happy.
All right, let's play a little hypothetical, Dale. All right, so Sam Mayer's going for $100,000. You've also got other drivers in the field. Is it driver out there like putting a bumper on these guys, or is it going to be Dale Jr., the team owner that wants to see $100,000 back at the shop? Like, what are we doing? How big is that nudge to get him out of the way?
It'll only happen on the last lap, so and probably the last corner. If I move them in 1, they're gonna get back to me in 3. So I ain't gonna run into nobody on purpose. Now, if you see me hitting somebody and it's not the last corner, that was a mistake. All right, and I'm due to make several. I remember at Richmond, I bounced off a few of those guys, and they didn't know what I was doing. So it's interesting when you get out there and you haven't done it in a while. You got to find all 4 corners of the car. And maybe I need to do that a little bit early in this race, and hopefully those guys don't mind too much. I mean, at Martinsville, when I raced here, it was great to put some donuts on your car. You kind of wanted to, so hopefully that's still the norm out there. Because when this race is over with, I want to cross the checker flag, finish all the laps, and I want donuts up and down both sides.
Hey, Dale, we were going to ask you what those car noises sounded like you were doing that you tweeted about, but we'll just let you go. Have fun out there.
Yeah, don't spin him. Just rattle his cage. Don't spin him.
That's right.
I know your family's out there with you, so good luck. Have fun out there tonight. All right.
I enjoyed talking to y'all. Have fun.
Thank you. So much fun. It's so awesome to have him in the field.